Good evening. Okay, welcome to Results Gym Live podcast. I'm your host, George Verdi. Thanks for tuning in to our online show where we're sharing our health and fitness tips. Okay, tonight's topic, doomed to stay fat. So, how is everyone today? So I shall get into the topic once we get a few listeners on and get the discussion going. So I shall see if anybody's getting on there yet. So how's everybody doing? Hello Gillian. Hello. Okay, I think I have got the comments coming up, so if you bear with me guys. Just taking a few seconds. Hello Tommy. Hello Nikki, how's everything going? Here we go. Yep, that's me, I've got everything live now. So did you get your beer, Gillian? So if you did, cheers, I've got mine. So, hello Lynn, how are you guys? So I'm getting pretty tanned. So the weather's been absolutely phenomenal. Can't believe how much sun we're getting the last 3 or 4 weeks. I don't think there's been any rain at all, not here anyway, so wonder if we'll get some next week. So how's everybody doing? Hello Wendy. So I've got your comments coming up guys. Hello Paige. Yeah, so got a little bit of sunstroke, did you, Anne-Marie, yesterday? That's quite... It's not very often you get that in Scotland in April. Hello Diane, I seen your TikTok. It was quite funny. It's quite cool. So Gillian as well. So I think yesterday, or not yesterday, but Monday's chat, we were chatting about, what did we chat about? Oh yeah, choosing the right diet plan. That was what we were chatting about. So if just a quick recap on that. If you're choosing a diet plan and it's making you hungry all day, then ditch it. If it drops food groups, then ditch it. If it makes you moody too often or all day again, or you're having mood swings, then ditch it. Hello Gillian, how are you? Have you been playing online poker? I'm going daft on that, or have you been restricting it? Also, number 4 was no exercise for your diet plan. If there's no exercise, then I'd probably say choose a slightly different one. And if you're not getting any results, yeah. So that was the chat on Monday. It was quite a decent chat as well. Got everybody involved. It's good to see everyone putting their feedback and comments. So yeah. So how has everybody's day been today? So day 3 of the challenge. So I think yesterday I put out asking people to get rid of a piece of clothing that they've not worn in a long time. So it's good to have a little clear out. Hello Erica, how are you? You've been enjoying your garden today? Yeah. Again, the weather has been absolutely outstanding. So just, if it keeps like this, I don't think anybody will want to go back to work. So, been out for a walk. You need a live game of poker, Gillian. So, just a little disclaimer guys, if you're listening and you're making comments, it takes about 20-30 seconds for it to come up. So sometimes it can be onto another part of the chat, or I might miss it. So apologies if I miss your comments guys. I'll try my best. So Nikki's saying she was out to Restrenth Priory. I've not been out there for a long time. Quite like looking at the old ruins. So I need to go back out and have a look there. I used to do some of the historic well, I've got a historic Scotland membership, and used to go around to visit in some castles. So that was quite enjoyed that. So can't wait to get back doing that again. So Lynn Laird slipped in the shower. Oh wow. So you had a rough fall. That's not so good. Hopefully it's not too bad. So yep, so thanks, yeah, the view behind me is amazing. Like, feel pretty lucky to have that view on my doorstep. So I've had ducks in the garden, and it's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay guys, so did you get exercising today actually, before we move on? So exercising, I had an outdoor workout today. Tom spotted me going round the loch, so it was quite good seeing Tom. Got a quick blether with him. He was out for a walk, so it was good to see Tom. I was doing some bodyweight exercises on the fitness spots around the loch, so it was quite good to use it. So I had my TRX doing some bodyweight stuff, so it was quite good fun. So I'll probably feel it tomorrow. Did it upper body and legs as well, so it was good fun. So Erica said she lay in her beach shelter. Cool. So Wendy did Tom's workout and then had a walk around the loch. Brilliant. So it's good to get active, guys. I think obviously all the chats and all the things we've been kind of chatting about over the last week or two is geared towards staying active and being busy with your time. So that's really what kind of spurred on today's talk. So today's topic is, are you doomed to stay fat? So you enjoying my tan, Tom? Yeah, I do tan pretty easily and pretty quickly, so quite lucky that way. So I tend to go red and then usually brown. If I get too much sun I will peel, but hopefully I don't peel. Okay, hello Wendy, how are you? Okay, so doomed to stay fat, guys. Like, there's really two mindsets that I wanted to kind of discuss before we kind of go on to some tips on how to fix things. So it is possible to lose weight, and most people do when they first start exercising and dieting, but the real challenge and struggle is to try and keep it off longer than a year. Most people really do struggle to keep things going or on a more permanent basis. So all your hard work and all the stuff that you've been doing, it seems to just go to waste. And it really comes down to two choices. Like the first one is it the choices that you make are temporary or are they permanent? So that's the two things that I kind of want you to get your head around. So when you're trying to make weight loss and body composition changes and improve your health and fitness, then you have to make it a permanent decision. Unless you really are only interested in like getting fit for a holiday, or getting fit for an event, or making your wedding pictures something that you want to look back on. But I don't see the point in that. It's like, it seems very short-lived, and so you've got to try and make things a more permanent decision. And the other thing that gets touted a lot is just eat less and move more. It seems like good solid advice, and it pretty much is, but it's not specific enough. It's too vague. Eat less. So less what? And it says exercise more, and then that means well do what? What is required? What is enough to actually justify losing weight on a permanent basis? So if you wanted to kind of fall out of that trap, so you have that yo-yo effect, so you lose weight, you're up and down and up and down, and it just seems to cycle like that for years. And the funny thing about it is that every year that passes, it will get harder. It really does. So it's just to try and make you aware of the things that can make a massive change on a permanent basis. So if you want to stop yo-yoing with your weight and your fitness, then you have to make a few permanent changes in your lifestyle. And that's really what we're going to chat about today. So it is possible to get long-term results, but you have to have the right approach. There has to be a plan, and you have to stick to that plan as well. And for the plan to be active for a long time or the rest of your life basically, then it has to be achievable and it has to be fun and it has to be something that you enjoy as well. If you don't enjoy it, then it won't last. So I've got 5 tips for you. Okay, so 5 tips we're going to share for permanent weight loss. So the first one would be the right mindset. The second tip is going to be new habits. The third one will be environment. The fourth one's got to be good foods or nutrition. And the last one I'm going to share is support. I mean, like I say, there's a lot more things that you can do. I'm just going to break it down so it's an easy enough chat to kind of get the idea over. So nothing too complicated. So has anybody struggled with up and down with their weight? So they do well for a few months and then they seem to fall off. So let us know, guys. Let us know. Sorry, just reading some of the comments. I'll try to distinguish whether it's a chat between you guys self or something that I need to get involved in. So, because when the comments come up, it doesn't really indent it. It just comes up as a comment. So sometimes I'll read a comment and it doesn't really apply. So I'll try and pick it out as I go, guys. Okay. Let's see. So basically, the first sort of tip that I've got is you have to have the right mindset, I think, for permanent weight loss. You really have to get. There's only two mindsets. One, it's temporary, or two, it's permanent. And if you can think about that, then that's what will shift from just getting short-term results to long-term results. So you have to have a complete kind of makeover, really, and I'll kind of explain why. So if you've got temporary results, so I'm only going to eat temporary for 6 weeks. So I know that we've started the challenge. So our lean in quarantine challenge is a 28-day plan, but it is short term, so it won't fix any long-term issues that you've got. So if you follow the plan and you do well, you probably will lose anywhere between 8 to 20 pounds on the 4 weeks challenge, which is amazing and it's great. But if you want to keep that off, then you have to keep the plan going. So don't see the changes in your lifestyle as temporary. So if you do struggle keeping the weight off long term, then it's something that you have to think about as more like, okay, these are more permanent solutions. It's permanent changes that need made. So if you could make these changes for the better long term, then you will keep everything. You'll keep that weight loss off. If you don't, then it will start to creep back on, because your old habits will start to creep back into your lifestyle. So you'll add in a little bit more refined sugar. You'll have more sweets and crisps or whatever it is your vice is. You'll start to eat it more often again, and before you know it, your weight will be starting to pick back up again. Yeah. So the right mindset. So think about it that way. So every time you've gone into a weight loss or a diet plan, or you've started a new diet routine, then you probably have thought about it from the wrong angle. It's only going to be 4 weeks, or it's only until I shift this one stone or 2 stone or whatever it is. But I think Nikki Thornton, her weight loss journey has been incredible. But if you were to actually break down what she's done, she's changed her whole lifestyle, her whole outlook on fitness and health and diet and nutrition. So she is basically, she's changed everything. So I don't know if you want to chime in there a little bit, Nikki, because it is something that you should be proud of what you've done. So permanent weight loss, and I think it's been a couple of years you took to get the weight off, but you've kept it off for a while now. So like I say, most people, when they're on a weight loss journey, it only lasts for about a year or so, and then everything goes back on. So try and get your head around that fact, guys. So the right mindset means these changes have to be permanent. they have to be long term. So don't see your diet as, oh, it's only until I lose a stone or half a stone or 4 weeks, 6 weeks or 3 months or till my holiday. It has to be done for a long term. So Nikki is saying our bad habits are gone. Perfect. I mean, and what have you replaced them with? So you've replaced the habits with good ones. So you're in the gym exercising, or you're in at home exercising, you're out walking more. So it's just little changes as well that all mount up. And that's what will make the difference. Does that make sense, guys? So anytime that you're thinking about this now, start thinking, okay, this is more, I need to change permanently. So Nikki's saying she lost 5 stone in a year and then hard work to keep it off, and then lost another 2 stone for the next couple of years. Yeah, it's phenomenal though, Nikki. You do look fantastic. Starting to tighten and tone everything up, getting the muscle mass back. Because if you do have a lot of weight to shift, guys, there will be a little bit of stretching of the skin, and your muscles will be a little bit smaller. So you may have a little bit of stretching marks and a little bit of sagginess that will come back if you work at it and put the muscle definition back in there. So everything will firm back up again. So, or it'll firm up to a certain point. And that's another reason that you don't want to lose too much weight very quickly. So in a really short space of time, is you will have the skin doesn't have enough time to retract and to come back naturally. Okay, so let's see. Lynn, there, I have to lose weight because of your stroke. Yeah. So for health reasons, you need to bring the weight down. How much weight did the doctors recommend that you come down? And if you let us know that, then we can try and help you as much as we can. So Nikki's saying, habit forming as humans, we are engineered to form habits, so it's about building the mindset of good ones. Yeah, like weight, if you think about weight gain, it's been a long time, so it could be 3 years, 5 years or 10, however old you are. It's all those habits that have got you to the place that you are. So if your habit is to, when you're stressed, to crack open and have some wine, or it's to have some crisps or savoury foods or sweets, then if that's your habits, then it is going to lead you down that path. So it's about fixing those habits as quickly as possible. And not stopping the habit, because the habit of stress is always going to be there. So your life's going to have ups and downs, but it's how you deal with it and changing things for the better. So Lynn's saying she needs to lose 5 stone. So it's a big challenge, it's a big undertaking. But I would say start get in touch with Nikki as well. She's obviously done that. So she's lost 7 stone, in fact. So she's a great one to help you, guide you on that path as well. Obviously you're on the lean and quarantine challenge. So the goal would be to extend that and just keep it going permanently, so that you do feel so much better and healthier, and hopefully you don't have any more strokes. Okay. So moving on, guys, to habit number 2 is, tip number 2 is new habits. So you have to think about, how do you put the new habits into place? So what do you need to do? So it's recognising what needs to be done. Most people understand like what you need to do to be healthy, but they don't really know how to do it. So how do you put in the good habits? And again, like we covered the goal setting tips like in one of the chats last week. So that's a great start. So you have to start planning your habits. So, and you have to include lifestyle changes and healthy habits for the better. So I would probably say it's about eliminating the bad habits first. So eliminate bad habits one at a time. Don't go crazy. Don't do an all or nothing approach, because that's usually what happens is people will jump in and say, I'm going to be healthy for 4 weeks, or I'm going to be healthy now, and then all of a sudden, like 3 weeks later, it's just too much. It's too much mentally, physically, or they've just cut out far too many things and they're not getting the right nutrients. Mood goes all over the place, and then you drop off again. So long-term changes have to be introduced, or healthier lifestyle changes have to be introduced slowly and one at a time. I would just start off introducing little things. So cut out certain things first, and then start introducing certain things. And I just kind of do it that way, one in, one out, one in, one out, one in, one out. So over the course of 3 months, you've completely transformed like what you do on a day-to-day basis when it comes to exercise and nutrition. So it's just taking a common sense approach rather than all or nothing. So like it's really the all or nothing approach works while you're motivated. Okay, while you're really motivated. So at the start of like a challenge, or the start of like Christmas, that's why you see a lot of people at New Year and they set their goals and they're all motivated, and then all of a sudden it's too much, they can't keep it up. So lifestyle changes are best introduced slowly each week, or each 2 or 3 weeks. So once you've did something for, I think it says 21 hours or 21 days, you should form a new habit. So it can take a little bit of time to start to enjoy something. So start off small, guys. Reduce, introduce, and that's really what you're trying to do. So reduce and then introduce. So if you like fizzy juice, say, so the first thing you can maybe do is reduce it. So rather than having, I don't know, two tins or a bottle a day, just have one, and then do that for 3 or 4 days, and then reduce it to one every couple of days. And then after you've got used to that, then introduce diet. You don't want to stick on diet juices too long, because the artificial flavourings kind of mess with your hormones, I think, a little bit. So once you reduce the juice that you're actually drinking, and then you can start switching to water, or flavoured water, or carbonated water, and then just leave your fizzy juice as a treat. So it's something that you look forward to and you try not to drink most of the time. Or it's same again, it could be with crisps or chocolate. Just reduce the amount that you're taking. So start off halving it, and then quartering it, and then eventually taking it out completely. So, and then just introducing it as little snacks. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. So that's how I would recommend taking little baby steps rather than all or nothing. Because, like I said, you've got the rest of your life to fix this. So there's no race. There really isn't a race to do it. So the healthy choices should actually take a little bit longer. So if you think about the habits that you've built over the last decade or 2 or even 3, then it's going to be hard to break them. So there's no point in trying to break them all at one go. Just attack one at a time, and before you know it, you'll get through them all, and you'll make massive transformations. So and see it as more of a permanent, like I'm trying to lead a healthier lifestyle for the rest of my life, rather than just until summer or until Christmas. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. So baby steps, introduce reductions in things, and then eventually introducing healthier, better habits. Does that make sense? So Erica saying, I eat not too badly, but we'll start really doing better once it's over, want to get to the gym and swimming. So really, like, if you are eating healthy and you're doing that, then to become healthier, then it's really about introducing the healthier lifestyle. So start off getting out walking. So go out walking or cycling 2, 3, 4 times a week. And then eventually you say, right, I'm going to start going to the gym. So just, and then add in little lifestyle changes. And once you've made that habit, it just becomes part of your day. So you don't even have to think about it, you just do it. So, and that's really what you want to do to get permanent changes. So your habits that you add, sorry guys, so the habits that you add, you want to give them enough time. So enough time to settle in and become permanent and become where they're just autopilot and it's just part of your lifestyle now. And that's really the secret to getting permanent weight loss and having the body that you're happy with and even the health that you're happy with. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. So even if we ask Nikki, because she has done massive changes, so what was the first sort of steps that you did? So was it cleaning up the diet first, or was it exercising? And like just give us a quick explanation, you know, see how it progressed, because obviously you've gone down the health and fitness route now as well, and helping people, which is phenomenal. And you actually see that quite a lot in the personal training world. Basically people become so, like, they change their life so much that they want to help and give back and help people, because it is a struggle for most folk. So Nikki's saying she started off small, so just going to the gym first, and then eventually you just start to add a little bit of knowledge and realise, okay, I need to cut out the junk. Usually when you do one of the other will follow. So if you do exercise first, then you'll naturally want to eat better. Or if you start off eating a little bit better, then eventually you'll start to want to exercise. They usually go hand in hand. And then if you're doing one and you drop one, then the other usually drops as well. So it is a double-edged sword as well, guys. So if you enjoy exercising, then you'll usually eat well. And then what happens is, for whatever reason you stop exercising, then your diet will slip as well. So they do seem to go hand in hand. So Nikki said she didn't know what she was doing when she first started, but give it a shot, then started cutting out bread and cleaning up the diet. Yeah, the starchy carbs are the first way to go. But I guess what you're saying is, like, you start to educate yourself. So that's really something that's a big part of diet and fitness and becoming healthier and keeping it off permanently. You do really need to educate yourself and start reading topics on these, and it will make a difference once you actually arm yourself with the knowledge. So Nikki is saying her secret weapon was Dino's chili sauce. Put it over the chicken and salad. Going to buy the chili sauce. I mean, like, the chili sauce itself is not hugely fattening when you actually think it. It's a tomato-based sauce with a few herbs and spices and a little bit of oils in it. So you could probably make something very similar, and actually give you the takeout taste. Brilliant. Okay, guys. So moving on to tip number 3 so you're not doomed to keeping the weight loss on. So it has to be environment as well. So your environment has to change completely. And what do we mean by that? So what do we mean by changing your environment? So it's everything. It's absolutely everything. So for permanent results, you have to change your lifestyle. You have to change exercise, what you're doing, whether you go to the gym or do it indoors, outdoors, play a hobby, an activity. So you really have to become active. You have to sleep better, and your cupboards. So you have to change everything that you're doing within the kitchen as well. And I would say a big factor as well, so your significant other has to be on board with everything that you're doing as well. If they're not on board, then it is going to be a bit trickier, because if they're wanting a lot more junk in the house, then it's going to be harder to stay away from it. Or if they're going to be ordering fattier or higher calorie foods, then it is just going to be hard to stay away from it. So think about it this way, guys. If you don't change your environment, so if nothing changes, you'll keep getting the same results. I'm sure that Einstein coined that quote. So you have to change everything if you want things to change. You can't keep getting the same results doing the same things. So sorry, you can't get different results doing the same things. So if you're not exercising and you're just sitting about, then you probably won't lose weight. If you don't have a kitchen makeover, then you probably won't lose weight. If you don't introduce healthy eating habits, then again you won't lose weight. So it really is changing your complete environment and your outlook and how you go about your day, really. So I know it is a tough one, guys. So changing everything is hard work, but that's why I was saying, like, the last point was just introduce a new habit. So you've got the rest of your life to live. So you've got one body, you've got one vessel, you've got one thing to get you through it. So at the end of it, you have to give it back. It has to go back. So, but how you use it and what you do with it over the next few decades is key, and how you interact and go through your life. So do you want a good life? Do you want to be active and healthy and have vitality? Then, like, think of it as like all these lifestyle changes is going to make your life so much better and just have more freedom to do what you want. I know, like, it's pretty tough just now because we are stuck in the house. So, but once the lockdown lifts, then it really is like, okay, you've got the rest of your life. You've got the rest of your life to plan and enjoy. So what do you want? Do you want to be worried and stressed about how you look and how you feel? And so things have to change. So you have to change. There's no sugarcoating it, guys. You have to change everything. You have to get more active and become healthier. Because it does lead to an early grave. The science and the statistics are there. Health and exercise do play a major part in quality of life. So do you want a better quality of life? You have to change things. So that was number 3, changing your environment. So from where you live and what you do and what you put into your body. So you have to have a good plan there. So look back at one of the previous talks on, I think it was goal setting. So it's saying, right, okay, what do you want to achieve? And then just work backwards. So reverse engineer it all. So work backwards from what kind of life you want and how active you want to be. And then just slowly introduce activities and make little changes over the course of the weeks. Before you know it, a year passes and you'll be a completely different person. I can guarantee it, guys. I really can. Because we've helped so many people over the years become active and fit. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, guys. So your lifestyle really does make the biggest impact on, like, your permanent results in weight loss and how you feel. I can't really stress that one enough. It's probably more important than just the food and just the exercise. It's your whole, taking everything into consideration. So the things that you do every day are going to dictate how you look and how you feel. So the things that you do every day. Okay, guys. So food for thought. Number 4 is good food. So you have to start introducing good foods or healthy foods into your diet, into your nutrition. So if you start to understand that, then it doesn't become, you shouldn't really look at it as a diet. So it's just what you eat. So it's just what you eat. So because the connotations of being on a diet, it's like it's a short-term thing. So I'm on a diet, I'm starting a new diet, and it usually is just a short-term thing. Whereas if you just switch your thinking to a permanent, I'm just going to eat good food permanently. That's it. So there's no messing about. There's no like tricking yourself into thinking, right, okay, well, this is only going to be 4 weeks and then I'm going to go back to eating what I want. So you have to introduce the good foods and actually like start to enjoy them as well. So if you are the person that's a little bit fussy, like just have to give yourself a shake a little bit and say, like, okay, why am I being fussy with eating vegetables? Like, what's the deal there? Just get it done. Just start enjoying your food. So if you start to introduce vegetables into your diet, then eventually your palate will change. It will change and you will grow to enjoy it. Because I remember when I was younger, I didn't really like vegetables. The only way I liked them was in homemade soup. So eventually I was like, okay, I need to start eating like more fibrous vegetables. So I love broccoli and cauliflower and all those different types of vegetables now. I absolutely enjoy them. I could eat them every day. So introducing good food. I think I mentioned earlier at the start, like the diet advice and the training advice would be eat less and exercise more. So this is where you have to think about this and say, like, okay, it's good advice, but it's not specific enough. So what do you mean by eat less? So eat less what? So, and that's where calorie restricting comes in. It's saying, okay, just eat less calories. So I know, like I've said to you guys, eat what you want, but stick to your calories on the lean and quarantine diet plan. Okay, so that will allow you to lose weight, but it really doesn't help you eating better quality foods. So it's just a diet plan to help you lose weight. But if you want to switch over to permanent results, then you have to start thinking about the foods that you're eating. So the downside to just eating less is you will usually eat like lower quality calories or lower quality food. It's got no real nutritional value in it. So it's usually a little bit more processed and it goes through you a little bit faster as well. So just be careful of some of the lower calorie diets that are not really as healthy as you think. So I would always recommend real foods over processed foods. It's a simple thing to think about. So if your granny made it, or whatever your granny fed you when you were younger, is usually the right approach. They would usually get their meats from the butcher and get their vegetables from the greengrocer, and they would get their baked goods from the baker. So it was like their raw fresh bread, they had fresh meats and their dairy and poultry. It was all coming from the fish markets, and so it's just real foods over processed foods is the best way to go. Does that make sense? So give us a thumbs up, guys, if that makes sense. So healthy foods have to be included into your diet for permanent weight loss. So it has to be. So you have to have your lean meats and proteins. You have to have your carbs in there. So your healthy carbs, not your starchy carbs. So you want to be getting rid of the breads as much as possible. I'm not saying you have to cut them out completely, but really ditch them as much as possible. So you're getting your carbs from sweet potatoes, legumes, beans, pulses, that kind of thing. So you're getting in better quality carbs rather than the carbs that are going to go through you so fast. So, and then healthy fats, so getting in your healthy fats and adding that into your food groups as well. So we had 5 tips. Okay, so right mindset at the start. So you have to switch to thinking this is permanent. I need to make these changes forever, basically. So for as long as possible. And then you have to get all your new habits, think about the things that you want to change. So introduce habits slowly, and if you're breaking bad habits, do them in baby steps as well. So reduce and then cut out, reduce, then cut out, reduce, then cut out. So it just makes more sense, it makes it easier, and then replace. So reduce, then cut it out, then replace it with healthier options. And then moving into your environment, so what you do in the kitchen, what you do with your lifestyle, so and how you interact with your significant other, all these have to be taken into account. And then also introducing the good foods and into your nutrition plan. So that takes us on to the last point, would be support. So I would say support is a major thing that you really need. So you need to have some kind of accountability. So making yourself accountable to someone. And there's a few different ways you can do that. I mean, Weight Watchers, they've got their groups and they do weekly meetings. And it does make them accountable to the person stepping on the scales. I mean, we've had that little topic again, just weighing on the scales. It's not really ideal, but it is a form of measurement, and it does help people keep motivated. But it does allow you to be able to cheat. You can cheat the scales. So it's just being permanent, being cautious, what kind of groups that you do get involved in. So I would probably say to stay accountable, think about some of the Facebook groups that are out there, or even the one that we've got here that you guys are on. You can even be accountable to your friends. So just ask your friend, just say, look, at the end of the week, just ask me, did I lose weight? Did I go exercising? Did I eat well? Did I drink plenty of water? And it's amazing how just getting your friend to ask that will make a difference. So if you've got the support, then the next thing to do would be to log and track all your results as well. So that's what keeps you motivated. So log and track. And there's plenty of resources online for doing that. Or again, if you're involved in the Lean Quarantine Challenge, I've got the logbook there. And just keep printing it off. So after the challenge is done, just print it off again and just keep printing them off. So that way you just keep it going. And you can see your progress over the course of 6 weeks, 12 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year. And it just keeps going. And eventually it's just something that you do. So with the support, you really need to have a plan. And that's usually what happens to get permanent results. So you need to have a good plan, and it has to encompass all the things we've just discussed. So you have to plan and change and make little lifestyle choices that are going to be for the better. And I'd probably say if you do struggle, if you do really struggle to make yourself accountable, and you are struggling with diet plans, or you're not really sure what to eat or what's healthy or what's not, then I would recommend speaking to one of the trainers or hiring a personal trainer to give you, to basically hold your hand through the whole situation. So whether you speak to our guys, so we've got Nikki, who's doing a fantastic job with her clients. We've got Tom. All the personal trainers have got their own unique story and their own path. So if you're needing a bit more support and guidance, I would recommend hiring a trainer. I really would. Keep you accountable and keep you motivated, and when you have little breakdowns or issues, then they'll be able to talk you through it and help fix things. So that's the 5 tips, guys. So I'll just recap on them. Right mindset, new habits, changing your environment, introducing good foods, and getting help and support. So to get permanent results for your weight loss, guys, and your health and fitness, then your lifestyle choices really are the most important factor. Like, they really are. What you do every day. So the lifestyle choices you make with food, the choices you make with exercise, the choices you make with staying up late, and the choices you make planning your day. If you don't do these things, then you probably are going to slip. I would say get involved in the groups. So we've got plenty of groups here at Results Gym. We've got the walking group, we've got the running groups, we've got the cycling groups. We do classes, you've got the trainers. So there's other activities that you can get involved in if you're wanting to join the kickboxing or the fitness classes that do the fitness side of the kickboxing as well. We have that, or we have jiu-jitsu and wrestling. So it's all different forms of exercise, but they're great for your mind and your body as well. Okay, so and I would say you have to get your partner on board, guys. If you've got a significant other, then you have to get them on board as well, because they will bring you down. Eventually it will come to a head and you'll just start arguing and you'll probably give up. So don't give in. Be strong. Tell them they have to change as well. Support you 100%. So a lean and fit, healthy body is possible, but you really do need the right plan, guys. So hopefully I'm helping you. I'm helping guide you on the right plan and keeping you right. So if you are part of the Lean in Quarantine Challenge, and this is kind of part of the support system as well. It's just giving you some good advice. Erica's saying she's glad you're single. Susan saying she's enjoying online classes, keeping you motivated as well. Yeah, I mean, ultimately the trainers are doing a fantastic job. I'd like to say well done to Nikki, Alison, Tom, Aaron, Romy, Ethan, Chris and Alana. They're all doing a fantastic job with trying to support and help you guys and keep you going. They could have just hid and just did their own thing, but they've gone above and beyond like what anybody's asked them to do. I really am super impressed with the level of support that they're giving you guys. So well done, team, well done. Give yourselves a wee pat on the back. I'll drink to you. Okay guys, so it is Thursday tomorrow, so it's Nikki's workout tomorrow. What do you have planned, Nikki? If you let us know in the comments. And also we have got Tom on Friday and Alison will be on Thursday night. So I'm not sure what Alison, I'm sure she'll be a full body as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying the chats, and I'm not laying it on too thick. If it gets too technical or that, just let me know. I'm trying to keep it simple so that I don't bamboozle you and bore you. It's just, hopefully each talk, just something else goes in a little bit more and deeper, a little bit more ingrained. So you build on it. So each week you just build on it, and your knowledge base will expand. So Nikki's got a glute workout, so we're working the legs and the bum. So if you fancy joining in, guys, so get her. Are you able to do it without a band? So if you've not got a band, guys, I'm sure Nikki will keep you right anyway in the workout. You won't need one. But if you've got one, then perfect. Okay. I'm not sure what I've got planned tomorrow. I'll need to have a wee think. I think, like I say, I usually get up and plan my day in the morning. That's just the way I kind of like to do it. So, because I do get a lot of messages and a lot of things happening in a day. So if I'm too rigid, then sometimes I don't get it done. So I can get a little bit frustrated when I've planned to do something and something comes up. So I like to just try and plan my day that day, which is not ideal most of the time, but it works for me. Okay guys, thank you very much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's chat. I have, and I'll see you soon.